The first week back felt like walking through someone else's dream. The air on campus was the same, thick with the smell of old books and damp autumn leaves, but it didn't feel like it belonged to me anymore. I kept my head down, my hoodie up, trying to just be another face in the river of students flowing between classes, trying to forget. Then I saw him, Mark. He was leaning against the brick wall of the science building, that same easy smile plastered on his face as he talked to some freshman girl with wide, hopeful eyes. He ran a hand through his perfect hair. My stomach twisted. I remembered that hand. I remembered the force behind it. A thought, sharp and venomous, shot through my mind. Just trip, you bastard. It was just a flicker of anger, nothing more. But then it happened. Mark took a step back, laughing at something the girl said, and his foot caught on absolutely nothing. The pavement was smooth, unbroken, yet he stumbled hard, arms flailing like a cartoon character. He didn't fall, but he came close, catching himself on the wall with a grunt. The girl giggled nervously. Mark's face flushed red as he looked down, kicking at the spot on the ground as if a rock had magically appeared and then vanished. I stopped walking. I felt a strange tingling in my fingers. My eyebrows knitted together for a second, then relaxed. A slow smile, tiny and private, touched my lips. I told myself it was nothing, just a coincidence. A really, really good coincidence. I pulled my hood down a little further and kept walking. That night, I couldn't sleep. I found myself scrolling through old messages on my phone, a masochistic little ritual I couldn't seem to stop. His lies were all there, glowing in the dark of my dorm room. Stuck in traffic, babe. Professor kept me late, just out with the guys. Each one was a tiny paper cut on a wound that wouldn't close. Anger, hot and thick, rose in my throat. It felt like I was choking on it. All these words, they're just garbage, all of it. I gripped my phone so hard the plastic creaked. I wish this piece of junk would just fry. I threw the phone onto my bed, the impact muffled by the comforter. It felt good, that little act of violence. I finally fell into a restless sleep. The glowing screen of his lies burned onto the back of my eyelids. The next morning, the dorm was buzzing. I heard snippets of conversation in the hallway, in the bathroom while I brushed my teeth. Mark's name kept coming up. Apparently, sometime in the middle of the night, his phone had just died. Not a dead battery. It had overheated, melted the charging port, and completely fried the internal hardware. Everything on it was gone. Photos, contacts, messages, all of it, erased. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at my own phone. It was perfectly fine. Just another coincidence, I whispered to the empty room. But the words sounded thin, unconvincing. A shiver traced its way up my spine. It wasn't a cold shiver, not one of fear. It felt warm, electric. It felt like power. He found me in the library that afternoon. I was tucked away in a corner, pretending to read a textbook, when his shadow fell over the page. "We need to talk." I didn't look up. "We have nothing to talk about, Mark." He slid into the chair opposite me, leaning across the table. His voice dropped to a low hiss that was meant to be intimidating. "My phone is dead, bricked, gone." "Sucks to be you." I turned a page. "Don't play dumb with me, Ava." He was closer now. I could smell his cologne. "You did something, didn't you?" That's when it happened. For a split second, the library faded away, and I was somewhere else. I was at the bottom of a flight of stairs, the world tilted sideways, the taste of blood in my mouth. I saw his face looking down at me, not with concern, but with annoyance. I snapped back to the library. My eyes met his. The book in my hands felt heavy as lead. All the noise, all the anger, all the pain inside me focused into a single, silent command. A thought so clear and cold it was like a shard of ice in my mind. Get out of my sight. The sound was explosive, a deafening crack of splintering wood and a thunderous crash that shook the entire floor. A massive 7-foot-tall bookshelf directly behind Mark's chair suddenly, impossibly tipped over. It crashed to the ground, spewing hundreds of books across the aisle. People screamed, and alarms started blaring somewhere. Chaos